because less than 3% of you people read books. Listen to me. Television is not the truth. Television is a goddamn amusement park. Television is a circus, a carnival, a traveling troupe of acrobats, storytellers, dancers, singers, jugglers, sideshow freaks, lion tamers, and football players. We'll tell you anything you want to hear. We lie like hell. We'll tell you any shit you want to hear. We deal in illusions, man. None of it is true. You're beginning to believe the illusions. This is mass madness, you maniac. In God's name, you people are the real thing. We are the illusion.
Good evening, everyone. It's Idiotbox Television. We're here again, episode 178, Rewiring Your Brain for Success. I'm DJ Drumtastic.
Troy Everett. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Make sure you like, share, do all that good stuff. Help us get in the algorithm.
Yes, tap the screen, as they say on TikTok. Tap the screen.
Tap the like button. Tap the like button.
Good evening, Miss Deborah Jones. Thanks for joining in for the Rewiring Your Brain for Success. We also like to thank you once again for coming on for our first annual book club.
Yeah, that was a great show.
It was
you
great.
that didn't see it or didn't read the book, make sure you go get the book and go back and watch the episode of that. What was it? The book club of the book club.
175, episode 175 was it, or 170?
Yeah, 106. Yep, one of those two. Go back. Matter of fact, just go back to the YouTube page and look at everything. That's what you can do, and like it and share it.
All that good
just
stuff.
Do that.
And you can comment on it too, and we'll still be able to see the comments and can comment back, no matter how old the show is. Also, I'm going to be putting up a few clips from that show too on the Facebook page, either tonight or tomorrow morning. I got to set them up. She said, "You're welcome. Thank you for highlighting the book." Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Great book. Good read. Make sure you guys go out and get it. Really good book.
Who else?
So we're in the mid. We're gonna have another book club. We're just trying to figure out which book we're gonna read for the next book club. So just stay tuned. We'll let you guys know.
I wonder
what you say, drummer?
I forgot what I said now. But anyway, you guys, let's don't forget, first of all, that number one thing, the website, www.idiotboxtv.org is where you can find everything, the shows, the merchandise, Alliance, so that's where you can find everything.
Yeah, we got it all hooked up for you guys. Even like we said, we got the shop. Like Drummer said, we got the shop. Go ahead and get your Idiot Box merchandise, or you don't have to be Idiot Box. You can get the Me versus Me hoodies and shirts and hats.
Discipline. Don't forget about that discipline.
Yeah, show them the discipline. Drummer.
Don't forget about that discipline.
It's good that you're wearing that, because that kind of goes with what we're talking about today.
Exactly. That's why I put it on.
Yeah.
That's why I put it on. So you guys go to www.idiotboxtv.org and click shop to get the merchandise. And we kind of slacked a little bit on putting up new merchandise, but we're going to be right back on it.
Yes.
We try to keep up with our personal lives, family lives, and the podcast life, but we ain't going to give up. Alliance, Troy, tell them what they got to do for Alliance, and I'm going to put up that link as well.
Yeah, so Alliance entrepreneurs, our mission is to empower and uplift entrepreneurs by fostering a collaborative community that provides essential marketing support, and also creating a network of opportunities. The platform showcases your products and services. We are dedicated to helping every entrepreneur unlock their full potential, grow their business, and thrive in an ever-evolving marketplace. So make sure you go to the Facebook and on here also you can submit. Go ahead and submit your business, and while submitting your business, you can sign up and win, a free marketing audit and 1 month free of a marketing package. So go ahead and sign up. As you can see, we've got some featured businesses here. You
Yep.
could be one of the businesses. We don't charge for any of this stuff. We do it all for free, just to help each other out.
Exactly. And that's the alliance. The link I just put up is where you can go on Facebook to add your goods and services, or family members, or friends, or whatever. If you look in there, just about every day I put a new business in there, from California to Michigan to Chicago to, you name it. Houston, Atlanta, Michigan, Florida. So check it out, www.idiotboxtv.org. Okay, let's see what else I got in here. Also, for you who watch it on Facebook, you can also watch the show on idiotboxtv.org. And also, you can watch it on YouTube. There's the link for that as well. Let me see what else I got in here. Oh, and we cannot forget the green room link. If you want to come on, be on video with us, shuck and jive, talk shit, whatever. There's the green room link. That way you can go ahead.
That way you can come on, make sure you're well lit, your camera's on, your microphone's on, come in and talk with us about the subjects, or if you got a subject that you want to talk about, we'd be glad to give you the floor. It's an open platform to create discussion and dialogue about everyday events. So with guys, that, come on in.
With that being said, let's do this. Damn, it's a lot earlier than I thought. But anyway, you guys, like we said, welcome to Idiotbox TV, episode 178, Rewiring Your Brain for Success. Before we get into that, we do have a few other things to talk about, and I'm going to go with this one first. The judge orders Trump admin to reinstate thousands of fired employees, y'all. We told y'all it was going to come down to that, but a federal judge has ordered half a dozen federal agencies to immediately reinstate probationary employees fired last month as part of the Trump administration effort to rapidly shrink the federal workforce, calling the effort a sham. The preliminary injunction issued from the bench Thursday by U.S. District Judge William Alsup requires the Departments of Veteran Affairs, Agriculture, Defense, Energy, and Interior and Treasury to rehire the employees. The judge said that he might extend the order to cover other federal agencies at a later time. So like we said, y'all, Trump is throwing stuff against the wall. I say it's toilet paper wet to see if it'll stick. Go ahead, Troy.
But you notice what he's getting rid of. They're all social services. Everything has to do with social services, which is like when he got rid of USAID, that's only 0.01% of the whole federal budget. The largest portions of the budget go to Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, and defense. Defense is the largest.
Right.
Defense is the largest budget. And if you're trying to get rid of whatever they call it, fraud, whatever, and waste, I would start at the top. I mean, any business person that's trying to, cut the fat, you go to the largest place first. You don't go to the smallest place, like the Department of Education and everything they're going after. They're going after social services.
And those people were on probationary period, which means they just got hired.
Well, some of them just got hired. Others may have gotten promotions. So they're saying if you get a promotion, you're still on probation. Some of them have been there for 10, 15 years and have been doing so well that they get a promotion. But since they got their promotion, they're still in that grace period because they're in a new position. So they're just gutting the government. And I think we're all against waste in the government. We could cut a lot of things out. I was upset in the beginning about the Ukraine war, and how much money we were spending there.
Right.
I really thought we were spending a lot of money there, and that's part of the defense. That wasn't even part of the defense budget. That was monies that comes out of our pocket.
Yep.
But looking at it and what's going on over there and what could happen, it emboldens those who would do us harm. Zelensky did say, "Hey, we got a big old ocean in between us, so we would be okay for a while."
Yep.
But
he did.
Yeah.
Trump didn't like when he said that neither.
Didn't like it at all.
Mm-mm.
But he was speaking the truth, because if he takes Ukraine, he'll keep going. So what he wants to do is get all of those countries that were divided out of the Soviet Union and bring it back to what Russia used to be. So
Trump's trying to help him.
Yeah, I think I've always said he was a Russian plan. And he's getting a lot of kickback, especially from, the judges. They're the line of defense, because you got to look, this guy, he's trying to get rid of the birthright citizenship, right? And it's even stated that he's asked the Supreme Court to help him amend it or get rid of it. You can't do any of that without Congress. It has to be voted on. And that's why he's running into a lot of roadblocks, because you can't do this. All this money has been allocated, and it's been allocated through Congress. That means all this money that's gone out to these people or these jobs or these organizations were voted on by both Republican and Democrats. And just because they don't like it, he just wants to get rid of it.
Yep. I was talking to somebody who, I can't remember who it was, but some part of their job or the school or something, they can't do something because Trump cut the funding. Even though they did say the funding probably will come back because he can't do it. They're in court right now. But a lot of this is just what he really was trying to do was disrupt it. And he did by cutting it. Yeah, he knew it to get cut back on, but he disrupted the whole system. And that's terrible.
Yeah, and dang it, my internet's going down.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but
yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
And there's another thing that he's doing, and he's really trying to undercut these social services, so people get upset and say, okay, well, we don't need them. Like Social Security, he wants to cut out a whole bunch of people. He wants to cut out the phone services. All of the elderly people that get Social Security usually call on the phone. They don't go to a web-based thing and fill out their information. They go to the phone. They want to talk to somebody because they don't either know how to navigate the website or, that's just what they're used to. They want to get rid of that. And they say that over 72 or 62% of those that are the age of getting Social Security, that's how they communicate. But he wants to get rid of the phones.
He wants to cut the phone program. So because they're giving them phones for maybe $30 a month or something.
No. When you call the Social Security office, he wants to get rid of that. So you either have to go online or show up at a field office. So you got an elderly person, that doesn't really know how to navigate the internet, and then has to figure out how they're going to get down to the field office and sit there all day. So he's really destroying stuff.
Hey, thanks for joining in, Cherie and D Knox. We appreciate it. Yeah, that is terrible. But a lot of that stuff, like we said, is not going to work. But it's disrupting everything. It's got people scared. And it's also, what is it doing? It's making us talk about that when they're doing something else, you guys. So on that note, let's do this. Now, while he's doing all this junk, he doesn't realize that he's messing up. Him and his buddy is messing up themselves. And Elon Musk Tesla's says it could be targeted by retaliatory tariffs. So now that the tariffs are getting put, Elon and Trump forgot that they're going to get tariffs on those Teslas. And also, Trump's trying to sell Teslas at the White House, and you cannot do any type of business at the White House. So let me read about this real quick. Elon Musk Tesla says it could be targeted by retaliatory tariffs. Tesla, the electric car company run by Elon Musk, said this week that retaliatory tariffs against U.S. manufacturers could harm its operations and that the U.S. should carefully consider its trade policies. A break from Musk's ally, President Donald Trump. In a March 11 letter to the U.S. Trade Representative, Jameson Grill Company representative wrote, as a U.S. manufacturer and exporter, Tesla encourages USTR to consider the downstream impacts of certain proposed actions taken to address unfair trade practices. So,
wow,
they're smacking their own self in the face while they're trying to smack us in the face. And all this, the Dow dropping and all that, is hurting them. But they also know it's going to turn around, and that's when they buy up a bunch of cheap stuff.
Yeah, well, if you got billions of dollars, right? If you got billions of dollars and the market tanks, you know, a lot of people take their money out of the market, but then all of a sudden now these prices for buying stocks in these companies is at an all-time low. What are you going to do if you got $1 billion just sitting around, or a couple million?
Buy stuff.
You're going to buy it at the low. You're going to buy it at the low.
So y'all, if you got some money, get ready to buy some stuff because it's going down. We all going to be able to buy it, not just them. Shay, what's going on? Thanks for joining in. Hey, we appreciate it. Episode 178, Rewiring Your Brain for Success. A lot of people don't know about that, the way you think and the way you talk. It works wonders. But right now we're talking about old dummy and old dummy. Dumb and dumber.
Possibly the dumbest.
Yes, the dumbest. I mean to tell you, they're just trying to ruin everything. But y'all don't worry about it. Just pay attention to the stuff that they're not talking about, because that's where they're pulling the wool over our eyes. That's where they're playing in our face.
Yeah, they're what they're doing is they're testing the democracy and the Constitution. That's what they're doing. They're testing it, see what can happen. And what they're doing is they're trying to make people. This is just my opinion. I could be this could be a conspiracy. I could be nuts, but I told y'all what he was going to do. We all told you what he was going to do. But what I'm thinking he's doing is he wants to make everybody so pissed off that, we've got riots and different things happening, that he go ahead and does what most dictators try to do, and that's martial law. So Ukraine has been in martial law for the longest. That's the reason why Zelensky is still the president. They haven't had an election because they're under martial law.
Right.
And the scary part about it is he's got a lot of people in place where he could invoke martial law.
Mm.
So when I see all these protests, you guys pay attention. When you see all these protests and the people marching and no Doge, tell them, if you look at it, look to see what's missing. You look to see what's missing. We're missing. If you look at these, if you look at all the, the town hall meetings, all the other people in front of Tesla, it's not people with melanin.
It's not. You're right.
This it's our fight, but it's not our fight. We're going to sit on the sidelines and see how this one plays out. We told y'all not to elect this guy. We told you. So
nobody listens.
Nope.
Show scenes panel. Oh, okay. Yes. So once again, like we said, they're ruining themselves along with trying to ruin us. So
yeah, but
it's the what?
Can you believe that he pulled those Teslas up in front of the White House to sell them like an infomercial?
Man, and wait, somebody was showing this. They show how bad he talked about the Teslas the last term. And now every time he said something negative, they turned the same thing around and put what he said positive. And I'm sitting here like, and then he doesn't even know how to say it. He's not saying Tesla. He's saying Tesla. I love these Teslas in front of the White House. That is illegal. Ain't he supposed to be in jail? Ain't that treason? Ain't that everything possible? How is he getting away with it?
That's a good question. That's a good question. When you have the House and the Senate all Republicans, he has nobody to answer to. And then, he can't run again. You know what I mean? He got in, he can't run again.
They're going for it. They're trying to push a third term.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. But I'm not going to say it's not going to happen. Shoot, it could happen. Who knows?
Because he's got everybody in his pocket.
Yeah.
Did you hear about? You remember the thing I sent you? I don't know if you watched it. One of the guys from the in the whole system sat up there. He had his time to be able to tell what he thought, and he broke a 6-week outline down of what Trump has done. And one thing he said was, Trump has it to where you could pay him anywhere from $1 to $5 million to come and do a sit down at the White House with him. That's against the law. And they talk about it. It's like it's okay. His Bitcoin. He's making money. People pay into that.
You're supposed to devolve all your assets or whatever when you become president, so there's no conflict of interest. He didn't do it the last time. Instead, he brought his family in, and Biden could have done the same thing. I don't know. Investigate him too when it comes to his son in Ukraine and what happened over in Ukraine.
Right.
Go after him too. Look into it. But you had Kushner getting, what was it? $6 billion, and the number might be wrong. $6 billion from the Saudis to invest in his company. That's crazy.
That's
crazy money.
And they're all doing it. And you know what I've been thinking? The reason why they're letting Trump get away with it is because he's the only one who will expose all the bad shit that they've been doing. That's why they're letting him get away with it, because he's just dangling it all by him like, you don't want to follow me? Okay.
You got a point. He's
firing people who went against him. Think about it. The people that Elon been firing is the people who's been bringing the cases against him for all the wrongdoing he's doing. He's getting rid of them so they can't take him to court.
Yeah. And
they shamed us.
That's good. We don't know, man. This could be happening and always been happening. You even look at Nancy Pelosi and her husband and possible insider trading. So a lot of the people have to speak up, right? The people are going to have to speak up. And the only way you speak up is by re-electing other people instead of the ones that keep coming back every year.
The midterms. We got to vote on the midterms.
And we really got to push for term limits. There's got to be term limits in Congress.
Yes, that's a damn truth right there. Term limits. We need those because Nancy Pelosi and them are what, about 100?
Yeah, right. You got all these old
people. They've been in there for a long time.
Think about it. Trump's a millionaire. So is Tesla dude, glitch guy. He's a billionaire. What does he care about the prices of egg? He doesn't care about the prices of egg. It doesn't bother them.
Nope. They don't buy eggs. They probably don't even eat. They eat them, but they don't have to buy them. They don't go to the grocery store. Somebody just goes and buys it for them. What you say, D-Knox? They'll go way back and still going on. Yep, this goes way back and still going on. You're right. Trump, you know what? We all could be wrong. Trump could probably really be the one that's trying to expose it, but he's trying to expose it to get more money for his people. Regular people like us, he don't care about us.
No.
He don't.
No. Yeah, so I was watching one TikTok and they said what MAGA really stands for.
You got it?
I got to think it through. So M stands for Meta, which is Facebook. A is for Apple, the company Apple. G is for Google. What is that? And there's another A, right? Amazon. MAGA. And
Wait. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. You said M is for Meta. Okay.
Yep, Meta
for
Apple.
What? Okay.
Meta, Apple, Google, and Amazon.
Ooh, you might be right.
Yeah. Who was at his inauguration right up front?
All of them?
All of them.
But when I broke it down and typed it in, there you go. Capital letters on MAGA. Meta, Apple, Google, Amazon.
Yeah. He's all for the
You know what?
billionaires.
You never know with Trump. He could be doing some secret stuff, thinking about the rich folks. What we gonna do about it, y'all? We ain't gonna talk about it. What can we do about it? I mean, that's why they wanted to get rid of TikTok, because I'm on TikTok every day and I see a lot of stuff. They banding together on TikTok, y'all. They are. You got the Trump supporters doing their thing, but you got the non-Trump supporters doing their thing, and both sides have some valuable points. And I do get on some of the discussions. I might listen, I may not talk, but I do listen and comment because it's something else.
Yeah.
It really is.
There's got to be a common ground there, right? Not for the politicians or whatever, but the people. The people.
Right.
Some people just want to see it burn anyways because they're just mad. You know what I mean? They want to get rid of DEI because they think it's black people. You know what I mean? This is affirmative action. We already got rid of affirmative action. Now we got this DEI.
They do think it's for black people. They do. They so dumb. Look, they think it's for black people. Why the people in wheelchairs and that people that can't hear and can't see are losing their job, and that don't have nothing to do with the race.
Nothing.
That's terrible. You know what? To be honest, when I really think about this, that's something could affect my own family member, like Sharif, who used to be on our show, because he is deaf and he's been on his job for what? 29 years.
Yeah, he's been at his job for a while.
And somebody like him, because of DEI, could lose his job, and he's a veteran. And if you want to get rid of, not a veteran as in the service, just a veteran on the job. But if you think about companies wanting to get rid of people, DUI, they're going to go to who's at the top because they can get rid of that money that they're paying them.
They already showed you that. I mean, they got rid of the chief justices
Yes.
of the military. Two were women, one was a black dude. They're like,
and that was DEI. Are they going to get their job back? You think they're going to get their job back? What you think?
No, they're gone. I mean, it usually happens with a new administration, but they made sure this guy was decorated. Decorated.
Wait, what did I say? Did I say something, Shay? Shay said, "What do you mean used to be?" What did we say it was used to be? Shay, come with a comment so I can see what you're talking about, so I can answer that. You said, "What you mean used to be?" What did I say? Did I say that or you did, Troy?
Oh,
I don't even remember. I'll wait for you, Shay. But anyway, yes, it's a mess out here, y'all. So we got to pay attention. Don't just look at the news, because the news ain't giving you all the good stuff. Move around TikTok just to get your different outlook on stuff, because the news, Fox and CBS, they're all telling you something different. One for Trump, one for the Democrats, and we need to stop that too. What did she say?
Oh, she's talking about Sharif.
Oh.
Yeah, Sharif is how do we put it? Doing him. He's focusing in on him and his family. So he wanted to thank everybody, for being here. But Sharif is doing Sharif. He couldn't participate any longer.
Yeah. So we thought he was gonna come and talk to everybody, but just doing him family things. So it's cool.
Yeah, he's okay. Everything's okay. He just wanted to dedicate more time to himself and his family. No
problem. We ain't beefing or nothing. It's just that you wanted to do some different things. But one thing I do want to say, a lot of people, Sharif being deaf, it wasn't easy for him on the show, because he has to keep up with what we're talking about. He has to read our lips. And it was just a lot for him. One time before he was going to leave, but we tried to keep him on so we could try to keep him up to date. But it's hard to keep him up to date and do all that. So that's probably one of the reasons why, because it was hard for him to keep up, because he's deaf and everything he has to go through. The closed caption was too slow, so we didn't use that. By the time the closed caption would come through, we on another subject. So
yeah. And sometimes he'd get behind because of that. Not only that, but if you're deaf, you have to watch. You have to specifically watch drummers' lips. And then when Germer stops speaking and somebody else starts speaking, you may have lost 2 sentences there.
Mm-hmm.
So communication, when you're impaired like that, I'm not going to say impaired. When you have a deficiency like that,
Right.
it's very difficult. That's why we're so proud of Sharif being in his job, being able to do what he's been able to do. If you guys don't know who Sharif is, he used to be a co-host, and one of the things that he can do, just about anything anybody else can do, you wouldn't know that he was deaf if he didn't speak. Really, he reads lips very well.
Very well.
But I think it was too much to keep up reading our lips, reading the comments. And it was difficult for him. And we appreciate him being on, and he did a great job while he was on. But he wanted to focus more on family and all.
I thought you knew that. Maybe you weren't on for that episode. But yeah, it's been wow. That was the beginning of the year, actually. So in the beginning of the year, when the year started, then that's when he made his decision. She said, damn, he was doing such a good job. You couldn't tell it was hard for him. He made it look easy. He made it look easy for himself. Exactly right. He did. Sometimes we'd have to slow the show down so he could catch up. And hey, he lasted for what? 3 whole years. Yeah, y'all did miss a few episodes. Yeah, so yeah, it's been a minute now. It's been since January. It don't even seem like that much time has gone by.
Yeah.
But I talked to him. He's doing fine. His birthday just passed, so give him a shout out for his birthday if you follow him on Facebook. Also, Troy's birthday just passed, but he didn't say nothing to nobody. He just creeped away. He don't want nobody to make a fuss about his birthday. So also give Troy a birthday shout out.
I'm like Prince. I only have one birthday. That's the day I was born, so I don't know how old I am. I'm still 27.
I know how old he is. I know how old he is. Hey, listen.
That's right there on Facebook, right?
There's a lot of men like that. A good friend of mine who are retired with, we go bowling, and he don't want you to make no hoopla over his birthday. I don't even know when his birthday is. So we go to the Mexican place, and his birthday had already passed, and I was standing behind him like. So when they came to sing to him, he looked at me like, and he was shooing them away the whole time. Stop it! It's your birthday. He said, I don't make a big fuss. So a lot of men don't like making a big fuss out their birthday, and he's one of them. Oh, wait.
Who is you talking about?
Shit, you ain't got no sense. Man, I mean to tell you, where is your husband at? Where is he at? He ain't been around neither.
You guys been busy.
Oh, man. Oh, she said you, Troy.
Oh. Oh, about my birthday? Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, she said he's
old.
Hey, what up, Baba Yaga? What's going on?
Baba Yaga. Congratulations to Baba Yaga. He's lost a lot of weight, man. Keep on it. We've been watching you, on Facebook, going through your transformation. And congratulations to you and your son going out there and watching the Hawks or the Falcons? It was the Hawks, right? That's the basketball team.
Yeah,
watching the Hawks. That's a beautiful thing, man. Spending some time with the son, man, and getting back to doing what you guys need to do. So we're happy for you, man. Keep grinding, brother.
Right. I gotta get to another game with my dad. We haven't been in a year or two or so. But yes, thank you. Like I said, y'all, episode 178, rewiring your brain for success. What time is it? Where we at? You had a video. I thought you had a video to show.
Yeah, that's for the subject that we're about to go into.
Oh, okay. That's for the topic. All right, cool. So you guys, let me see what else we got to talk about here, because there's a lot of stuff going on today. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about out there?
Yeah, anything you guys want to share with us?
Anything non-Trump, non-politics, non-nothing, something great? Anybody got some great news out there? What has happened great for you in the last couple of weeks, the last month? What blessing have you had? What did you bless somebody with, actually?
Yeah,
I blessed somebody today. I had a
You did?
good conversation with my good friend and his son, and it was a great conversation today. It really was. It really was a great conversation that needed to be had. And people, we need to have some deep conversations with our loved ones, because a lot of our loved ones are suffering from stuff we don't even know. And some of them, especially men, are not too open with talking about issues within their self, because they're gonna made feel like that they're being weak or whatever. So I'm gonna say, bless somebody daily. Have a deep conversation with somebody, because you never know what they're going through. And that's real talk.
Yeah.
What you got, Troy? What you got? What you got? I know you got something positive, good wisdom before we go into this.
Something positive. What did I do positive today? I got up this morning.
That's
That was
positive.
positive.
Okay, everybody watching the show, can you put something in the comments, something positive you did today? What? Let me see what Shay got to say. Shay said, I was buying ice cream and the cashier said it looked good, so I bought her some. She was so grateful and it made us both smile. That's what I'm talking about, Shay. You know what? I'm about to have a hoodie, and I think we should put the hoodie in there, but I make hoodies for myself, and the hoodie's gonna say, bless someone daily. It don't have to be money. It could be words. It could be a comment. It could be you just saying hi, bless someone daily. But Shay, that's good. I honestly do that every single day. I bless someone daily. The other day I was at Lowe's, and there was this lady. I just happened to see something out the corner of my eye, and she was doing this. Now, she was a Caucasian lady, so I cracked up to myself and said, hey, y'all, get over here. So she fanned me down, and I said, me? She was like, yes, please, can you help me? I went over here. She had 2 big bags of dirt. She was in her 70s. And I said, well, how'd you get him in the cart? She said, well, somebody put him in here for me who worked there. I said, they didn't even come out to the car? So I put him in her back of her car. I went to Home Depot because we was at Lowe's, and she was walking in the door at the same time I was. I said, you need anything else you need help with? She said, no, I'm good. So let's bless each other. Let's bless
people. Yeah, that's so. I did something similar to that too. I blessed somebody. I was at the grocery store, and there's this guy, older guy, kind of short, and there was this last box of cereal on the top shelf, and he couldn't reach it. So I grabbed it. Notice it's my favorite. Put it in my basket and took off. I blessed myself. No, I should have gave it to him. Huh?
I know you didn't do that.
No, I gave him the box.
Greg, what's up, Greg? Greg is watching. Man, I was gonna say, everybody put in the comments something positive you did this week, but you threw me off now. Let me see. I don't know why people be acting like they ain't watching the show. We know how many people watching.
Yeah, we see it.
Some people like to watch what y'all sitting over there like this. Look. Look, Troy.
Yeah, peekaboo.
They on, but we ain't gonna talk. But anyway, y'all, episode 178, Rewiring Your Brain for Success. Like we always do about this time.
I'm gonna get a hat that's good.
Before we go into it, Troy, that's your comment.
Yeah, I was just saying, man. Before we went to the transition, I'm gonna make a hat that says "I'm an ass" on it.
Oh, yeah. You just made up something just because you just wanted to get some laughs. It worked though, because I'm sitting there like, nah, I know he didn't do this. I hope your mama always she can call you later.
The guy couldn't reach the cereal. I gave him the cereal, but I didn't take it. I really did something nice for somebody.
Okay. All right, man. Because you was,
but it was going through my mind. I was like, man, I should just put this in my basket. Yeah, but you got to rewire your mind. You got to rewire your mind not to think like that.
Episode 178, y'all. Rewiring your brain for success. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and play my video first. It's just a short minute and something video. It kind of explains what rewiring your mind does. So let me go ahead and pull that up. Boom, right there. And
the rewiring of the brain is a result of what is called neuroplasticity. It includes two things: neurogenesis, the growth of new neurons, and synaptogenesis, new connections between neurons. And we can enhance this through contemplative meditation, through reflective self-inquiry, through mindfulness, and through asking meaningful questions like, who am I? What do I want? What's my purpose? What am I grateful for? Since we can rewire the brain, we can do it for success as well. We have to ask ourselves, what is our unique talent? Who will benefit? What is my passion? What is my higher calling? Take responsibility, become authentic, and have integrity, and then you're rewiring the brain for success. The process of rewiring starts immediately. However, if you want what is called long-term potentiation, which means you want to rewire the brain long-term, then you must do this practice for at least 6 weeks continuously. When you do something for 6 weeks continuously, it becomes a habit, and your brain rewires.
There we go.
Yeah, so neuroplasticity, you had to pick that one, huh?
I can't say that right for nothing.
Yeah, so
I done tried for the last 30 minutes.
neuroplasticity. I got close. You know what I'm talking about. What you just said.
Right.
So your brain is not fixed. You know, it's constantly evolving. So what they're talking about is like your neural pathways strengthen with like repetition. So the more you focus on one thing, the stronger that grows. Whether it's positive thinking, whether it's motivation for getting up at 6 o'clock. If you think about that, what you're doing is you're rewiring your brain. And if you got up at 7 or 8 o'clock, what happens is your brain forgets about that and reprograms itself to say, okay, it's not 7 and 8 o'clock. We're getting up 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Some of you can wake up without an alarm, right?
Me.
Right. Yeah. So people that wake up without an alarm, sometimes you go to a job, right? And that job, you know, you got to be up at a certain time. Your brain is wired now to wake up at that particular time. And that's one of the hacks is on how to rewire your brains to think positively or think about that thing, envision that thing that you want. But Drummer's got some. What do you got down there?
Okay, what I got down here is the rewiring your brain for success, the key principles. Okay, one is consistency is more important than intensity. Make small, sustainable changes. Number two is patience is crucial. Neuroplasticity, I said it, takes time, but with consistent effort, you will see results. Number three, action is essential. You can think and plan all you want, but success is built on consistent, deliberate actions. And once again, it's all just programming your mind. If you say, I can't, then you won't be able to.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Your thoughts will shape your reality.
Right. Right. Mindset, growth mindset. Okay, I do have a few other things. Let me see what I got here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a bunch of things. It's actually 10. I'll just read the actual. So it gives me different ways to rewire your brain for success. Adopt a growth mindset is one. Visualize your success. Practice gratitude. Develop positive habits. Challenge negative thoughts. Mindfulness and meditation. Surround yourself with positive influences. Set clear, specific goals. Practice self-compassion and consistency over time. So those were 10 different things for rewiring your brain for success. Now, the one I wanted to dig deeper into just a little bit was develop positive habits. Habits shape who you are, and creating positive habits can help you become more productive, focused, and motivated. Break down your goals in smaller, manageable actions and integrate them into your daily routine. The more frequency you perform a behavior, the stronger the neural connections become. Make use of habit stacking, where you pair a new habit with an existing one, making it easier to stick with.
Right.
And then the action step, start by adding one positive habit into your day, like journaling, exercising, or reading for 10 minutes before bedtime.
And there's also different ways of breaking negative thought. Some people, if you're thinking a negative thought, some people have a rubber band, snap the rubber band, immediately takes you out of whatever thought patterns you're having.
That's true.
Yeah, or a mantra. Like, I don't know if you guys remember What's Love Got to Do with It? When Tina Turner was in her room with the bell, num 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 reikyo, num
Yes.
num num reikyo. That's called a mantra. A mantra. So she would repeat that over and over again to refocus her mind. That's another thing you could do. There's all kinds of things you could do to break negative thought loops, and
Exactly.
and get into the habit of doing that, because we said in a couple shows before, the mind controls the body. When you have these negative thoughts, and anxiety goes up, heart rate goes up, um, uh, stressors start to release. Now you can't
Right.
get rid of that weight because you're stressing about these thoughts, anxiety, all of that encompasses. It all comes from the brain.
Yep. It all comes from the brain. That's something my dad taught me when I was young. Just the way you train your brain, the way you think. It's very powerful. I'm telling you, it is. After I went through a bad time in my life where I got, I'm gonna be on where I got pew-pewed, shot. I was going through a lot in my mind, just the way I was thinking. My daddy gave me this book. I think I talked about this before, The Magic of Thinking Big. That
Yeah.
book really helped. I mean, I wouldn't read it at first, but I don't know. I was just in a funk, so I just started reading it. And ever since then, it changed the way I think. I know now that I'm older how you think controls your mind, your everyday living, the way you wake up in the morning, what you think about, what you see, what you say to yourself in the morning is big.
Yeah, and a lot of athletes, they always say they're in the zone, right? Have you ever noticed when there's an athlete and they zoom in them on the bench and they're having a good game, they have no expression. It's just like they're daydreaming. You've seen Kobe Bryant do it. You see,
Yep.
John Morant. You see all of these guys will sit on the bench like they're zombied out. They're not blinking. They're just focused in. And what they're doing is they're using visualization techniques
Mhm.
and to stay in that what they call the zone, where they're not missing a bucket. You'll see uh, uh, um,
Steph
what's his
Curry or
name?
anybody.
Steph Curry. Yeah, Steph Curry does it a whole lot. Steph Curry does it a whole lot. After they call the timeout, they sit on the bench, and in between breaks, it looks like he's off in
He like this.
la la land. Right. And that's what they're doing. They're practicing meditation at a high level, where they're visualizing what they're going to do next. They're thinking about what the defense is going to do coming out of this timeout. They're visualizing or forecasting and reprogramming their mind, so they've seen everything before they even get out.
Right. Right. You still got something to show?
Yeah, I got a
Go
it's
for
a
it.
good 5-minute video. I watch this video probably once a month. I'm just going to play it.
Yeah, go for it. I got a conclusion when we're done after this too, so go for it.
Okay. Is it up there?
Yeah, it's up there. You just need to add it in there.
I'm going to talk to you about some things I've learned in my journey. Most from experience, some of them I heard in passing, many of them I'm still practicing, but all of them I do believe are true. Life is not easy. It is not. Don't try to make it that way. Life's not fair. It never was. It isn't now, and it won't ever be. Do not fall into the trap, the entitlement trap, of feeling like you're a victim. You are not. Get over it and get on with it. So the question that we've got to ask ourselves is what success is to us, what success is to you. Is it more money? That's fine. I got nothing against money. Maybe it's a healthy family. Maybe it's a happy marriage. Maybe it's to help others, to be famous, to be spiritually sound, to leave the world a little bit better place than you found it. Continue to ask yourself that question. Now, your answer may change over time, and that's fine. But do yourself this favor. Whatever your answer is, don't choose anything that will jeopardize your soul. Prioritize who you are, who you want to be, and don't spend time with anything that antagonizes your character. Be brave, take the hill, but first answer that question, what's my hill? So first, we have to define success for ourselves. And then we have to put in the work to maintain it. Take that daily tally. Tend our garden. Keep the things that are important to us in good shape. Where you are not is as important as where you are. It is just as important where we are not as it is where we are. Look, the first step that leads to our identity in life is usually not, I know who I am. I know who I am. That's not the first step. The first step is usually, I know who I am not. Process of elimination. Defining ourselves by what we are not is the first step that leads us to really knowing who we are. You know that group of friends that you hang out with that they really might not bring out the best in you? You know, they gossip too much, or they're kind of shady. They really aren't going to be there for you in a pinch. Or how about that bar that we keep going to that we always seem to have the worst hangover from? Or that computer screen, right? The computer screen that keeps giving us an excuse not to get out of the house and engage with the world and get some real human interaction. Or how about that food that we keep eating? Stuff that tastes so good going down, it makes us feel like crap the next week. We feel lethargic and we keep putting on weight. Well, those people, those places, those things, stop giving them your time and energy. Just don't go there. I mean, put them down. And when you do this, when you do put them down, you quit going there, and you quit giving them your time, you inadvertently find yourself spending more time and in more places that are healthy for you, that bring you more joy. Why? Because you just eliminated the who's, the where's, the what's, and the when's that were keeping you from your identity. Like, trust me, too many options, I promise you this, too many options will make a tyrant of us all. All right, so get rid of the excess, the wasted time. Decrease your options. If you do this, you will have accidentally, almost innocently, put in front of you what is important to you by process of elimination. Knowing who we are is hard. It's hard. So give yourself a break. Eliminate who you are not first. And you're going to find yourself where you need to be. Instead of creating outcomes that take from us, let's create more outcomes that pay us back, fill us up, keep your fire lit, turn you on for the most amount of time in your future. We try our best. We don't always do our best. Well, architecture is a verb as well. And since we are the architects of our own lives, let's study the habits, the practices, the routines that we have that lead to and feed our success, our joy, our honest pain, our laughter, our earned tears. Let's dissect that and give thanks for those things. And when we do that, guess what happens? We get better at them. And we have more to dissect. Be discerning. Choose it because you want it. Do it because you want to. We're going to make mistakes. You got to own them. Then you got to make amends. And then you got to move on. Guilt and regret kills many a man before their time. So turn the page, get off the ride. You are the author of the book of your life.
Yeah, so I have that bookmarked. I shared the link. I have that bookmarked, and I watch that once a month. Once a month, I watch that.
The link is right there, y'all. I just shared it again because I want that for myself so I can watch that. I like that. Now, that's something that you can watch in the morning when you wake up, and that will have your day flowing every morning or something like that.
Yeah. It's very powerful, and it makes so much sense. So when I need to refocus at the beginning of the month, boom, I watch that.
Wow. Well, you guys, like I said, this was episode 178, Rewiring Your Brain for Success. And in conclusion, rewiring your brain for success requires intentionally consistency and self-awareness by shifting your mindset, adopting healthy habits, and developing a resilient attitude. You can reprogram your brain to work in favor of your goals. This process won't happen overnight, but with perseverance, you'll start to see transformative changes in your ability to achieve success. And on that note, we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining in Idiotbox Television episode 178. I'm Drummer.
I'm Troy Everett.
Peace and hair. Stay positive.
Yes. Stay positive, everybody.
Till next week.
See ya.
We're in a lot of trouble because less than 3% of you people read books. Listen to me. Television is not the truth. Television is a goddamn amusement park. Television is a circus, a carnival, a traveling troupe of acrobats, storytellers, dancers, singers, jugglers, sideshow freaks, lion tamers, and football players. We'll tell you anything you want to hear. We lie like hell. We'll tell you any shit you want to hear. We deal in illusions, man. None of it is true. You're beginning to believe the illusions. This is mass madness, you maniacs. In God's name, you people are the real thing. We are